All right, says I'm live. Good morning, live here at the Edge Fitness in Streator, Illinois. And today is legs squats. So I'll go light, a little heavier than I went last time, in militaries. So a couple things to talk about once we start getting some people in chat, which right now I don't know if I do or not because show somebody in there. Thank you. Good morning, MacBean Scottish Fitness. We're going to talk about the power of a good word. All right, motivation and the power of a good word. So what we want to do when we're in the gym is we want to motivate people to do better, regardless of what level they're at. I don't care if you're benching 95 pounds or benching 500 pounds. Everybody appreciates a motivating word. The powers of, hey, that looked good. You know, the powers when somebody gives you a compliment of saying thank you. Talk about the power of thank you. Talk about looking at somebody and letting them know what they're doing is beneficial and is going to help them out over a long period of time. So slow and steady wins the race. There was a picture I was wanting to upload, but it was too large for me to do so. When I get home, I'll resave it under a different format or something. But it basically was a picture of our cactus plant, which when I initially got it was about this big as my finger. And the wife had it in her classroom for years, a little styrofoam Dixie cup. And when I come visit her class, I'd realize, oh my God, no one's watered that. I'd take it over to the water fountain and I'd fill it up. Good morning, Randy. And it didn't really grow at first because it wasn't being nourished. But anyway, I would make more trips in and I would give it some plant food and I'd make sure it got water. And eventually it got about that tall. And when it got that tall, she decided to bring it home where I had 100% control over it. So I took it out of the styrofoam cup. I put it in a bigger planter. I gave it fertilizer. I got it into an area a lot more sun. And within about 2 years, it was about this tall from the floor. All right, so it grew really fast, got really big in a cactus short period of time. The problem is the base was that thick, and up here was like that. So one day it just fell over. So it broke about 2 foot up. The rest of it just fell over. So I chopped off below the break, kept it in the planter, put it outside, and within about a month, I had 2 little nubs on each side. And by the end of the summer, I had these 2 big rabbit ears growing on there. And then I brought it in the winter. In the winter, it doesn't grow very much, but in the summer, it always grows. And all of a sudden, those rabbit ears they were about 4 foot tall each, and it got to be too much. So I had to cut it once more and put it out last year, and it started getting some browse. So I put it out this year. And so now, once again, I've got a plant that's over 4 foot tall. Now, the base is a little bit bigger. It's about like that. And when I replant it, I'm going to plant it in a wider pot so the roots can go out further because it doesn't send deep roots. It sends them out. But the thing of it is this thing has, over the years, has suffered setbacks and has come back stronger than before. And that's kind of like what physical fitness is. You will suffer, setbacks. You'll get injuries. You'll get periods of time when you don't pay attention to it as much as you should. And there'll be times that you have to build yourself back up. But if you stick with it, when you build yourself back up, you'll build a stronger version of yourself because your foundation, your core, will get stronger. So, speaking of that, it's squats today, 95 pounds. Let's do a set of 5 and concentrate on 4. The big trick is getting in deep enough on it. And then the next set I'll do will actually be militaries. So it's hard for me to get underneath that bar where I need to because my flexibility is poor, to say the least. I do the best I can. So quick shout outs to my sponsors, Apex Nutrition in Short, Illinois, the Iron Line. Arginine is the amino I take circulation and heart health. My new pre-workout, 747 style supplements, also available at Apex Nutrition. And of course, my buddy Lucky O'Day at Cutco Knives. Those knives do cooking. They're slowly replacing my older sets. I'd never throw knives away, but they are definitely an upgrade over what I had before. So thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for joining in. Today is squats and militaries, which I use the same bar and pretty much the same weights until I go heavier, then it's just militaries. So today it's all about kind of legs and shoulders. I thought I was going to have to sneak in tomorrow to do chest, but I will be doing it on Friday as planned. They got me working 10-hour days, so we're going to see how that affects me. But it affects my wallet really nice. I thought today was going to be my last 10-hour day, but it looks like I might be needed for 2 more days. They actually wanted me to work 12s, and I said, nah, I got too many things to do, and the weather's too nice. So I'm going to knock out. I'll warm up on militaries and top my water off. So basically, this is just to get warmed up. I'll probably switch over to collars here pretty soon. I can see they're moving. Oh, thanks for joining in, everybody. That was 95 pounds, kind of getting warmed up. I've just added 20 pounds, so I'm at 115. I'll add water to my drink, a pre-workout just to kind of stretch it out, and then I'll be right back. If you didn't notice, the one gentleman, he went over there to where there's a bowl of chalk. People rub it in their hands, and it's to help you keep a better grip on the bar. Usually is used when you're doing your max sets. So in competition, I will use chalk. But generally in the gym, no, I don't ever feel the need. Let me get some water. No, BRB. Good morning.
Yes. I don't want you to buy it for no reason. No, I bought it for you bought it to wear out, okay? So let it work out for you this time.
You do the same thing.
Try to take, lift it out, get it out. You. Not like that. Yeah, see, it's right. Like that. I'm like, no.
Got a little attitude going on over here.
It was just love.
So I got live stream going. So you guys are gonna get a treat. You're gonna get to see some of the good-looking people here. I'm not one of them.
We have no copyrights to the songs that we.
I'll split that 25 cents I'll make today from the live stream. It used to be $3 or $4. Now it's a quarter. YouTube is definitely changing how they pay out.
They pay out TikTok.
I don't know how TikTok pays. I have them, but
Do
I'm
they
not,
even?
I don't put enough effort
I
in
heard
it.
they do.
I
Why
heard
are you
they
not
do.
making TikToks?
You, I'm sorry, you're not making
I guess you get,
TikToks.
so many views and start.
People send you stuff.
I get a lot of these emails now, that I've hit a certain level of subscribers where they're wanting to advertise stuff on my channel. Mostly it's been just games, video games now, like Mac. I'm not a big pusher of video games. I think they're the demise of our younger society, not just younger.
That goes down, right?
And then you really don't know if it's legit, because it's outside of YouTube.
Oh.
All of a sudden, I've got like 3 or 4 of them. I'll do some research. But yeah,
I remember one time Jordan said he wanted to be a YouTuber. TJ too.
Yeah.
I was like, cool.
It's
As long as you make the good money.
be surprised what people will watch.
Yeah.
I mean, fitness, your political channels and stuff like that, they're big. But I mean, there was one where this girl just ordered, crayons, and she had like 3 million followers.
Opening toys.
Oh, yeah,
My
you never know.
son watches that stuff. I go.
Hey, Fabian, how you doing?
And,
When are you getting ready to do your live stream? So thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. We're doing squats and militaries. And I got some professionals in here, so I'm trying to make sure my form is good.
For me? What did you assist? Like I can weigh this much? Like, all right, this.
Don't worry about the weight, just worry about making motion.
You know what? I need an attorney.
Just sign here, 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 and
All
here.
right, we did it. Let's go. Feel great. I'm not gonna drink as much water.
You did not.
Last night I did, which is good because I don't like using porta potties. Go.
Come on, I'm trying to concentrate over here.
I wouldn't either.
So, scenario here.
Yeah.
We have this place about around here on the road, I always call the mystery place. There's a house and a barn, it's all overgrown, there's junk wood all around it and stuff, and I never see anybody in there. So, I picked up a guy heading towards town with a gas can.
Yeah.
And he actually lives there, no power, no water, stuff like that, so yesterday I dropped off some veggies for him.
No.
There you go.
You
Come
got
on.
veggies for him?
Who we got? I have returned, yay.
Why are you moving this?
Every Sunday, okay. What time on Sunday? I generally work 3 to 7 Central Time.
All right, I'll take that one.
So long as it's before or after, it'll be good. If not, I can still probably watch, I just can't hear.
Sorry.
But anyway, this guy is living in this area. It's overgrown. I didn't think anybody was living there. If they did, I wouldn't even sure if they're alive anymore. So he's living there. He's no power, no water. So I get him around the town and get gas and water, and then I got him off some veggies out of the garden yesterday.
Put on your hips.
Oh.
Because you keep scooting back. I need you up here.
right under here, and then on your hips. Right here. All right, veggies, I got you. I'm still in this
This guy
conversation.
has just met me. He gave me a whole tour of his property. We're going back 2 acres, back in these woods and weeds and everything. And finally, I kind of stopped on the hill and he goes, "What back here?" And I said, "I'm up here."
Yeah.
Now, I'm thinking on his side, it was kind of stupid to do too, because I'm physically bigger than he is. I just supposed to have, trusting face. I finally stopped up on the hill and said, "Yeah, tour's good. I gotta get going."
Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't have gone.
Well, yeah, but I was actually concerned about him, because he's gonna meet somebody who's not trustworthy.
Right.
And he's gonna give him the tour, and he's gonna get back 2.5 acres, and he's not gonna be coming back up. Not that he's got anything worth taking, but I was like, "Man, you just met me. I
Right.
really live down the road a
Oh
mile
my
and a
God,
half."
his wife.
I said, "I wouldn't have eaten that tour. You've been sitting in the front yard
Yeah.
where I could see you." I did that when I lived in Joliet. I had meat sellers, they stopped at a little cooler and tried to sell you meats and that. And I had no problem with it. So there's 2 of them, both smaller than me, but they're not small guys. They said, "Hey, why don't we go to the backyard and the picnic table and continue the conversation?" He went to go buy me, and I stiff armed him. I said, "We'll do business out here." Number one, how you don't have a picnic table? Because you couldn't see it from the road. I said, two of you are going to me. I don't think so. We'll do business right out here in the front of the street. That's what I did. Of course, I goes, "You stop him." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Because you think I'm going to go back there?
Uh-huh.
2 people I don't even know? I don't think so."
Yeah, no.
So it's just people not being aware. And this guy took me back to an area where you couldn't see us. So I started getting nervous.
Right.
Is that a bone? There you go.
Oh, a strap or something.
Right.
10?
Oh, anyway, all right, back to
6.
the live stream. Now we got
Well, that was 10.
115 on there, which are military, and then I'm gonna add weight for the next level of squats. Ain't gonna lie, I hate those.
I don't usually do them.
Me either.
Man. Lord.
That's more of a core exercise, right?
Oh,
Core?
Yeah.
Glutes.
yeah, my
Glutes?
glutes are, I was like, oh, I'm doing it wrong because my butt cheeks are cramping. Boy. Oh. Come on, yo. I feel good.
There you go.
When you say?
I said 5.
5
I'm just
cents?
kidding.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Let me know if you're better.
So back to power of war. So what we have here is a good demonstration of why a trainer is a good idea. Trainer will show you proper form. It will motivate you.
Kick your ass.
It will kick your ass. It will ignore all the cries of help and pain
I laugh about it.
and make you do it anyway. Even professionals use trainers from time to time.
Thank you. That's,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I was doing.
We're all professional at something.
I'm about to go on strip club. Yeah.
This weekend?
This weekend. After I do this beer fest.
Where
Beer
at?
fest.
Up in Buildings in.
Oh,
I don't know why they like to go to that. What is it?
Silver.
Also,
Mobile. Or
Silver.
the shoe place. So here's a funny story.
Oh,
Because we're not originally from here, brother and I. She's from Joliet and I'm from Mokina.
I'm from Joliet.
So we're cruising out here. We stayed at the Scenes Motel.
Oh, okay.
And, well, we did it because we wanted to spend some time together. Because she moved back in with her parents.
Yeah.
So we wanted to get some bus time. We're
Right.
still dating. So she goes, well, I want to go to a place that, you know, we can do some dancing. So we're driving down Route 6. And I said, I'm not familiar with you. She goes, well, that looks like a dance place. So it's the Lamplighter.
Ah,
And I'm thinking
Where's that?
there's semis
on sec.
and pickup trucks there. So I pull in, see, let's go in. So I'll tell you what, stay here, let me go check it out. Because I have a suspicion, just because of the vehicles. It's pickup trucks and semis.
Yeah.
That's all. Only idiot in a, you know, Honda Escort, you know. I get up to the door and I can hear the music, and I just do what I do. She goes, why you didn't even go in? I said, well, it is a dance club. And I'm willing to go in there with you.
No.
I don't think,
No.
I don't think you want me in there. She's like, oh. But we did find, that's when we found the steakhouse out now. That was like,
What steakhouse is that?
well, it's Woody's now, but wasn't
Oh.
Woody's before. That was like it doesn't look like anything from the outside, but inside it's like a,
Good.
oh.
Like a home.
The guy comes up there and goes, here's the, you know, breads that my grandma made. And, you know, the food was just excellent, the service was excellent. You know, they said, you want a Scottish coffee before you leave? I said, sure. Well, I think use the coffee for coloring. That cup was probably 90% Scotch. So I got none of that. There you go, honey. You're driving.
Where did you stay at in Joliet?
We were in Marycrest. Well, we were out there at Western Center. There's a kind of apartment complex there, and that area got to the point where if we didn't move, I was going to shoot somebody.
Oh, Lord.
Because the incidents went from once a month to twice a week.
What's
And I literally,
What is
yeah.
it called? Where is it?
It's just by the cathedral area, but it's towards the river. Not a good place. I mean, literally across the street, there was, you know, probably one of those apartment complexes about 12 stories high. There's nothing good there. There was a liquor store just a block from us. I went down there one time to go buy beer, and I was carrying. And I'd never do it again. I literally had some kids like this, you know, and everybody looked at me like, you don't belong here, what boy. And I went there, got the beer, and I said, he probably said, you know, anybody follows me, I'm gonna lose some corpse around here. I'm just telling you right now, but I never. We also had the one crazy white man, Chris Leone. He come downstairs, he's at the faucet naked, taking a bath. And I had to call, I knew his nephew had to call, Rick, your uncle's over here. And you know, but the crime got so bad here that I had to get two to follow me up the stairs. When I got to the top of the stairs, I pulled on them. Place to go, and they did. And I told the wife, I said, we gotta go. I said, because I'm gonna end up shooting somebody or getting shot. It's just getting too bad. But we moved to Marycrest.
Trenches.
We lived in Marycrest for 7 years. And then I always wanted to get out of the country. And it took us about 3 years to find a place in Cornell. And then we put the kids in the school in Cornell. And then after talking to the teachers there, we moved the kids to St. Anthony's. Because the kids are tested in the top 1%. And they wouldn't, with Shana, they wouldn't give her any extra work. So we got to work on the kids that have problems. I said, how many kids do you have in your class?
Show us.
You ready? 7. She had 7 students. And I said, and you can't give her extra work?
Oh.
You're trying to do something else. What was she gonna do? What do you mean?
No.
I just realized it.
Romanian deadlift, we're gonna do good morning.
Oh, God. All righty, so
What are you doing?
trying to get a little bit more lifting going and less talking. I got 125, still light, but 10 pounds more than I did last week. Turn the head around. What part of Joliet do you live in?
East side, over by Great Street.
Yep, I know the area. Ridgeville, Washington? Yep. We used to go to the bowling alley out there.
Oh, yeah. Joliet Central all day.
Yep. Actually, was a Joliet East at one time too. So now I'm gonna kick the weight up a little bit more for the militaries because I am more capable on those.
Don't hyperextend, just want to come straight up. And then it's on hips.
I was hurting.
You are hurting?
I was. That's not.
Yeah, my wife went to Joliet High School there.
Nice.
Not Central, but one that was off of Larkin.
Oh, what was?
But, yeah. There used to be an East too. We used to run.
Oh, wow.
We used to run cross country against them. I went to Providence High School.
Oh, yeah, the football team.
Yeah. Frank was pretty good too. He was the coach of buying athletes. Because what do you mean? Let me see, our runners from Greece, our sprinters from Chicago, and we're in New Lenox. So, got 145 on there. So I'll be doing militaries. Then I'll probably do one set of squats with that. Then may hold off on the squats. Thanks for the thumbs up, everyone. Switching up a little bit with legs and militaries, which is going to be my Wednesday workouts.
I just tell the difference.
And then Fridays will be bench and deadlifts. I don't have to.
I don't know which the third was. You're able to bend your knees.
I know. No, I wasn't thinking when he was doing it. I guess I was talking to her, Yashi. And I'm like, then I looked at him like, oh.
Why didn't he ask you that though?
Thank you.
He should have said, because when he did mine, he's like, how do you want it? Where do you want it?
He said, where do you want it? I said, right here. But when he put it on, I didn't even.
What are you talking about? Tattoos?
Tattoos, yeah.
Yeah, just
I have scars.
That's cool.
I love it.
That's cool.
My younger Cheyenne has tattoos.
Check out her tattoo.
Can you read them?
Let them
Yeah.
don't break.
Yeah.
There you go. Don't break your ribs. I said the only reason I don't get tattoos is my taste in art changes as I get older.
Yeah, but it's a story
And,
to tell.
I almost got a dragon on my chest when I was in Korea, but I sobered up. All right, you know what that dragon would look like now? It would look like a frog. You know, as your body expands, although the expansion was in a good way mostly, it still would.
Yeah.
It'd be a damn toad by now. But yeah, she had got a thing on her ankle, and the wife goes, "What is that?" I goes, "That's a Celtic cross, on." She's shaking her head. I'm going, "Yes, it's a Celtic cross, right?" Seeing it, she goes, "Yes, it's actually a chaos symbol." I didn't want to have that conversation with her. And then she's got stuff coming down the one arm and that.
How's she doing?
Huh?
How's she doing?
She's doing well. She's up in Montana.
She like another?
She does, but I don't know where she's going to end up staying. It won't be here. None of the kids. Can't say it. Hopefully.
She's what, 23?
Gonna be 23 maybe. Shayna's due in about 10 days.
Ooh, Grandpa.
Oh, y'all going out there?
Well, as soon as I can. I don't have any vacation time, but I did look at a flight. I can fly out early Sunday or Saturday morning, fly back Sunday at midnight. I can do that for under $400, so I might do
What are
that.
you doing?
It was just weird.
But it'll probably be about a month after she has a kid. Give them time to,
Settle down. Right.
yeah, because they're in for it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, granted, Shayna did help with Cheyenne. She wasn't old enough to be changing Cheyenne's diapers and stuff like that, so she has some practical experiences. Well, I don't think her husband has any.
Oh. That's
So,
gonna be rough.
and I'm already hearing about he's not being helpful enough. I said, well, I'm sure I got accused of that too. You
No, he
know,
just doesn't know what to do.
well, we'll see.
Yeah.
I just told them, you're gonna give them 2 ounces of formula and they're gonna puke 10 ounces down you. Don't ask me how that works out. All right, 145, let's go. All righty, I'm back.
Man,
I wonder if I should try to move this. I don't know how the audio is when I'm over there, if it can be heard or not.
You can move that. That's,
This? No, I don't want to move that. That's too much work.
let me do it then. Let me help you.
Even supervising is too much work. I didn't know that'd move. I thought it was kind of,
No, it moves, it's not even a shelf.
what? The box?
that box, yeah, I didn't know it was movable.
There you go.
'Cause I'm pretty far away from where I'm working out.
You gonna move it?
Yeah. Whee! Oh, yeah. Bring everything up closer. La-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. La-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. All right. There we go. You all right?
Yeah, this.
Talking to you?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, pain is weakness leaving the body. Or telling you something's wrong. One or the other, I forget. Yeah, when I tore up my shoulder, they wanted me to have surgery, and I said no. I said, "Oh, deal." I did about a year and a half. I was back to where I was at. They freaked out. I said, "I've done this before. I always heal." I was having problems with my leg when I was in service. I played some farmyard football and I got hit pretty hard. And I was going up the stairs and all of a sudden I'm rolling down the stairs, leg just gave out. And I said, "Bet."
Dang.
2 weeks later, I was running.
Gee.
Well, if you don't exercise it, it doesn't heal.
My problem was instead of going through therapy, I should have been doing this. That therapy,
Therapy is good to start with.
it just made me heal so fast when I wasn't getting strength.
Right. It's the only thing about therapy is you got to do it.
Yeah.
You know, my dad had a stroke. Left arm, the lefty, and they said, "Well, you need to get on this pulley. You need to move it. And you got to start soon. You got to do it a lot." Well, he didn't, so he never got it back. And I gave him some, well, as much shit as I could. When they opened up this cartwright vein, his aggressive personality returned that we hadn't seen in decades. So it was like, "I'm gonna kick your ass up again. Just stay in front of me, but not fighting, And then, every other word was an adjective. And I said, you never use that adjective around us, even when we worked for you.
Yeah.
How come you're using it now? And then he realized, then he started clearing it up a little bit. I told him, I said, I don't mind using that word, but it's out of character.
Yeah.
So
I know.
they let me know that this was movable. So after much resistance, I moved it. All right, so now I'm going to do a 145-pound squat. I haven't went this heavy in a while. I am going to approach this gingerly, like my 2 daughters. And, by Christmas, I'll probably be doing some real weights. So remember, slow and steady wins the race. Make sure you get into the gym or exercise even when you don't feel motivated. It would have been easy for me to sit home with sunshine. It's beautiful weather. I could have sat on a deck, slow cooked a breakfast. I said, but gym comes first. And you just got to stay with that routine. You got to make that routine. You got to stay with it. 145. Let's go.
Sharp pain, like. But that's good.
come up in here. And just put it on.
I'm fine, I just signed up my first team.
Yeah, how did that go?
Felt good. Got down deep enough. Feel pretty good there. Anyone else there? I think Fat Man's hanging in there. That's kind of a question I'm thinking I'm going to be doing is, do I need to be doing these live feeds? I do. Like hooking up with everybody. It seems like they're watching them after the fact, which is fine, because then I do get a lot of comments and feedbacks after the fact. But I'm thinking I could just use the camera and do, maybe 5-minute videos and download them. And would I get the same outreach? I don't know. Every now and then we do get somebody new. And, I like breakfast too, and I will get some on the way back. So I'll probably put a poll out there asking, is it necessary I do the live streams as often as I do? And maybe just doing the major lifts and posting that video with maybe a short monologue afterwards would suffice. Michael kind of noticed that too, that my live streams are getting less and less views. I understand there's a lot of banter in between, and I'm in a gym environment. I understand all that. And if that's the case, then I need to make the necessary adjustments. There we go. Now I've got the camera set up, show my best side. Maybe straighten it out a little bit. There we go. Almost there. I need to get one of those bubble on it. So let me add some weight for the militaries, and we'll start recording those. I think it was, the thing of it is I was rushing to get in here. I really have to cut preparation short for me to get here on time. I don't mind doing when it's a premiere, because I know I can always catch up on it later. But I got the 10s right down here. At 145, we'll go up to 165. But it seemed like it was better during the hot summer than it is in the fall. Maybe people are just doing more activity outdoors because the weather's a little cooler, which is a good thing and I encourage. Or they're just saying, oh, it's just John lifting again, which I would understand that too. So I'll put a poll out and see what sort of feedback I get. And then where I might just do the Monday live stream or have a place to go. Yep. Because I do. Let me go to analog. I do get, so let me go to my content. Look at an idea. I did some shorts yesterday. They didn't get a lot of views, 30, 80. One got 445, 13, 8, 73. What I need to do is, there we go, lives. So let's look at lives. So, right now I'm only showing 4 watching, 4 views. Now yesterday, I think when I got done, I only had like 27 views. I'm up to 90. So that means a lot of people watched them after the fact. The one before that got 52. The one before that got 83. The one before that got 195, 89, 83, 102, 120, 61. When I was supposed to have the angry prepper on, I had 303, 80, 60, 180, 180, 72, 97. So I guess they're about the same. I think a lot of people are watching them after the fact. Yeah, and they work for me too. It's getting a little challenging this week. I'm working 10-hour days and still trying to get the workout in and still trying to get things done at the house. So it's like burning the candle at both places. So with that, the show must go on. Got 165 on the military. Let's knock that one out for a few. Got to get my hat positioned in the military ones. And then we'll move up. So last week we went up to 200. We'll see how it feels this week. So now I've got 185 loaded up. And we'll give it a few minutes. I'll be right back. Gotta make a quick pit stop. Okay, I'm back. Thanks for waiting. So I got 185 loaded up there. Couple announcements. YouTube has arrested Casey Little Owl again. Hydrogen peroxide, which there is absolutely nothing wrong with that video. There is actually an individual that's targeting people and making complaints. I think somebody else got dinged for a video from over a year ago. So I don't know if YouTube just has enough people that they go back and start watching older stuff just to find something to punish you for, or if it's just some, troll, got no life. So John had a nice premiere today, and we had some friendly banter going. The other day on his live, we had an individual there making comments. Oh, the government will never take your stuff. There's not going to be a war. And I was thinking, why is that prep? I mean, that was a prep channel. It'd be like somebody getting on here going, I ain't never going to work out. Lifting's for idiots. And well, then why on the channel? That's what this channel is about. So some people just don't have enough to do with their lives. All right. Don't always kind of listen to that input. Learn a lot of fieldcraft from Hark Wildman. Survival, learn a lot about some cooking and some survival tips from Bolt Prepper Nation and the Alaska Prepper. So I use this to learn things. It's a wonderful resource out there. And if you don't agree with the channel's content, move on somewhere else, right? Because they're not going to change their content because of you. Right? I'm not going to stop lifting because somebody says you're too old to be lifting. And I get that. You're too old to be doing that. Yeah, I'm going to do it anyway. The fact that I'm doing it and I'm doing it well tells me I'm not too old to do it. All right, my heart's fine. I get guys around my age going, well, you're going to burst your heart. No, I ain't going to burst my heart. All right. I know when to take breaks and I know how to pace myself. So that's not going to happen either. The whole idea is just sit there and lift. And I am encouraged when I see other of us of the older generation sitting there and pushing it like Michael at the body beat down. You got the one over 60 lifter. He does some great workouts. So I really enjoy when I see my age group staying in shape and not falling into, oh, it's okay not to be in shape because of your age. But it's never okay. How many rounds of shape? All right, so 185, your first edition AD&D. 18 strength, actually about 1802 if you wanted to round up. And I got an argument one time on the first edition site. There ain't no way a male in his 60s could be that strong. Well, here it is. So once again, 18 strength, 10th level fighter lord, first edition Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, or I call my nerd lift. 185 overhead press and one. And that's how it's done. No, that was 185. Yeah, it has been 3 weeks. If you look at my post of the pond I did yesterday on my MacBean farm prepping, it's down 3 feet. Time before work, I'm gonna go to the shovel and I'm gonna dig out a shelf and put those rocks in it. Because that's what those rocks are for. Give a place for the fish to breed. And yeah, it's down a good 3 feet. A lot of it is all the trees I got growing off the side. They'll suck a pond down. And because it's been 3 weeks since we had any significant rain, I haven't checked lately, but I think Thursday I think tomorrow was a possibility of it, but if you're not getting it, then I'm probably not. Well, it might be coming from the hurricane. Who knows? Hey, Yoki Cow. Great to see you. Thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up. Appreciate everybody stopping by and staying high. So 185. I did 200 last week. So let's dump another 20 pounds on there and go for 205 because I'm alive. So 205. The slow and steady wins the race. The real challenge is getting it to move at first. Sometimes when I double rep something, the second rep goes smoother because I get a little momentum going. Momentum is a wonderful thing. Momentum takes advantage of that potential energy. Till Tuesday of next week. Ugh. Yeah, probably the same here then too. Unless we get something pushed up from Hurricane Ian. That's the only way we'll get it from coming from the south. Otherwise, it's been pretty dry. Luckily, all my crops have been picked. I do have 5 pepper plants that I brought into the house. I do take them outside. They're outside and getting some sun right now and some water. Yeah. So it looks like now, as long as it stays dry, that's really good for them. Because if it rains, then they have to wait for the corn to dry again, or they have to really run their evaporators a lot. And right now, corn's pretty dry, so they don't really have to spend energy drying out that corn. It saves them some money. So, yeah, I'll check the weather and that, but it doesn't look likely. It's beautiful weather. It's great for hikes, great for having my little chance underneath the oak tree. You know, my walk yesterday, the weather was perfect. I did get to see a lot of the puppy dogs. Made friend with Jack, the one across the street. And I'll probably make those shorts on my other channel here. Only mowed 2 times, so you know the regular grass hasn't grown. I get those iron weeds. I get these tall ones that come up that I have to keep knocking down. So I've had to mow mine quite often. It's easy to mow, and I can mow it really fast because it's just I'm just taking a little trimming off the top. That's all I'm doing, and it helps keep the field mice away from the house, along with the cat, the orange cat that visits, and then I guess, yeah, and then yesterday morning, the missus said that there was a possum on the deck waiting for food, and said she opened the door and it just kind of went to the corner of the deck and sat there. Said it didn't even run away. I said, great. Now we got another cat and a possum, and probably the raccoon will be coming back up. She's like, well, we're not feeding them all. She says this now. I like to keep the possum around because they eat ticks. So they are beneficial. Raccoons, sometimes we have to chase them out because they dig up some of my plants when I first plant them because they're going after grubs. So I used to set rat traps out there, but now that I got the cat, I can't do that. We saved on gas there. Fortunately, gas is twice as much, so it'd be equivalent to mowing 6 times. And on that these years, yeah, I don't worry too much on the spelling and grammar. I know how it is when you're trying to type on the keyboard, especially when you're on the phone. Very difficult. So, 205. All right. Getting close to my body weight. My goal by the end of the year will be 245. which I've done before. Though there's really no danger into that. But yeah, we'll be putting out a poll whether these live streams are beneficial or if I'm just being too boring and monotonous, which is a possibility. And maybe these videos that are making me lifting might suffice. It does take me time to set this up, in preparation time, but I'll keep an eye on it, and I'll go with what feedback I get from my subscribers. So it's time. So I loaded up 205 pounds. So my body weight right now is currently about 240. I'm 6'4", 61 years old, and I'll give it a shot. And I can't fail now because I got the trainers in, so they'll yell at me if I don't make the lift.
Get them.
There you go.
Hey, you ain't
205 pounds.
What? Oh my Jesus. You need a sweater?
Well, since I went that far.
Man, she be sneaking in her phone, you boy.
Now, when you're in the gym, it's about what you do, not about what somebody else does.
She does it.
There's always somebody bigger and stronger.
What did I give you? 25 or 30?
30.
There we go.
We had 15 last time.
Yeah, well.
Sound like you're just complaining, but
I tried
Oh,
to, but it
huh?
didn't work.
come on, let's go.
See, why is that?
Pull it down.
Go slower. Don't bounce. All right, so 205 went up.
You know what?
Let's bump it up to 210.
You pushed up over there.
What's that on your
That's what she's saying. She's like, be quiet.
Shut up, shut up.
How many?
I'm over here crisscross applesauce on TV.
Whoa! Shit. I like breakfast.
I was eating one at and then I'm kind of eating. No, I was a shit, but she didn't create funnel cakes the other day.
This is gonna be people a cooker.
Hey, Mom. What's
I
wrong?
tell her, you come in here, it's your best.
I know. He comes down, he's got a plate of funnel cakes and syrup. He's got powdered sugar on
All
top.
right.
He goes, here, I don't mind if you guys want, like, you wanted us trying because you got this good burger. Yeah.
This is good.
All right, I'm back. The bacon sandwich.
TJ,
What's that?
my son made funnel cakes the other day.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't eat that crap, but it was good. And I have to because my son made it, right?
Right.
So I made it. I was like, no,
Hey, I'll-
no,
Gotta
because
eat every now and then.
as much as we want him to, I want to find out what his passion is. He likes to bake. He likes to cook.
How
He
old is he?
likes to create. 13.
And then when you
Yeah, you get around that age. Get around where you're gonna
you want him to cook, just make sure you don't burn out.
Well, yeah.
burn down the house.
But my uncle's a chef and he's always been cooking there. So that's.
See, I
what
started cooking when I was 14 because my older sisters were forced to cook. So they did a poor job on purpose. I mean, the meat didn't play too much. So I started cooking because I got tired of eating poorly prepared food. And by 16, I took over the cooking booth.
So he cooks a lot though, right?
She did dress me.
He made crepes, accent. Yep.
You know what another good thing is? And Shelley used to make this in her class once a year. She hadn't done it for a while, but it's Indian bread.
Indian bread? What is that?
So
I'm
basically,
gonna look
you're,
it up.
Look like
you're
Ezekiel
taking bread
in there.
dough and you're putting it in the granddaddy pot and frying it in oil. And then you just cover it with butter. It is so good. It's called fried bread.
We call it hot water cornbread.
Yeah, not cornbread. I like cornbread too.
That's how you cook hot water cornbread.
It's called fried bread. Oh my God. Yeah, it's about 1,000 calories a slice.
But, okay,
Well,
that's,
even,
that's for leg day.
even before the butter. It is so good. If I wanna put on like 10 pounds in a week,
Oh my God.
that's the way to do it. I can put 10 pounds on.
He's made actual, like, he's made bread.
The Silver Hulk. So, had 205 on there, which I pressed for a double. I usually do a double because the second one goes up a little easier. I got 210,
Now, what is it?
and that's probably where I will hold off on. That's getting at 11 o'clock Central Time. I got to be on the road by probably 12:30, so hour and a half. I want to hit the store, and then I want to do a little work around my pond if I can. So I'm trying to squeeze all this activity. But if I check the weather, nothing's going to be changing on the weather, then I can always push that off until tomorrow. Tomorrow's my walk day, and I can actually start to walk with doing some digging around the pond and then throwing discus. So it's a little easier when it's done. Hey, Hollywood's in the house. Oh, Randy, I'll see if I can get Hollywood to come over and say hi. They're still here.
Yeah. Right. Or night is not even.
Woo!
Right.
Hey,
Was he gonna come here?
oh, they were fine.
Oh, yeah, I do my friends, and then I have friends over there that he help out with.
Well, no, because the bar. Not bad.
Price is here.
Gotta go over to the side, ladies. Yeah, really. That's the only reason I get views.
I'll
No, it's over here.
help you. You ready?
I got a few of my subscribers got a crush on.
Yeah.
It's a great.
I'm busy. It's the gray.
No, no.
Abundance of it.
Hollywood is in the house.
Hey, everybody.
The ratings gonna go up now.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever
Oh, look
it
at
takes, you know.
me.
Hey, look, oh my God, I've got like 30 more views all of a sudden.
I got one set.
Oh, there we go. Randy's going, where's my eye candy?
Here's my-
It was there.
I need that prescription fixed, tell her.
Yeah.
Out of how many? Oh, stop it.
If I had half his looks, I'd be a happy man.
Whatever it takes to get viewers.
Hey, I work on what I can. Can't do much on the looks, but I can do something on the screen. You ever watch, wasn't a big movie, it was Chevy Chase? Yeah, called Modern Problems.
Yeah,
Where he's behind that chemical truck and he gets all those powers.
I do kind of remember that.
And you got that one actor, has always kind of played the, you know, this older jerk. He was on 9 to 5.
I forgot about that.
Can't remember his name, but there's a time when he's sitting there, goes, he's got his shirt off. Wow, damn good looking young man.
Modern problems.
Yeah.
I kind of remember
It
that.
was a funny one. It was really funny.
Yeah. That was a long time ago. wasn't it?
Yeah, that's kind of a sleeper.
Back in the flex days.
Yeah,
Early, I get to the end and I like.
It was like, yeah,
I love that first Fletch. I love that first one.
Fletch, right, yeah, Fletch.
That first one was great.
Yep.
I guess they're remaking it.
Are they?
Not sure how I feel about that.
Yeah, well, I heard like the remake of Hocus Pocus fell short. Oh, we got another expert in the house.
Linda?
Linda, who I call Nancy, but she's known as Miguel. Because she said, you know, she said, I've been introduced to her as Linda or Nancy. So there's a song called Rocky Raccoon from the Beatles. And they do that where, you know,
Yeah, that's
her name was McGill, but they called herself Bill, but everybody knew her as Nancy. And that's the way she was.
She's great.
Yeah, she doesn't play.
Wow.
Membership.
Need to get my mom.
Oh, here we go.
What's next? Kind of those ones sold out. This-
Ooh. I'll be hurting. You know I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our time.
Our.
Our time. Oh, yeah, you're what, 49?
Yeah, 50. Okay.
All right, we're at 10 cents. We're doing a set.
We're advanced. Right.
50 swings.
And then we would see that, little max. They give you a Tuesday.
What?
When they didn't have a second shift, we would catch her at the max. It's in Pontiac.
Oh, yeah.
If you ever get a chance to go there, it's worth it.
My friend's parents own one, so we have to go there.
There's one in Joliet, yep, and then there was one in Morris, I think that one closed.
Yeah. I like.
And there was one in Orland Park. I don't know if that one's still open or not. Wow, all righty,
Hips.
so
Hips.
it's
Not
like
an arm.
205, now we got 210, see if we can get 210 here. There he went.
Hips.
All righty.
I just want to shave that off your
No.
face.
This is the trash stash,
Oh,
so
jeez.
it's gonna be 2 days at least. I'll wait.
Super trooper.
205, that's as heavy as I'm going today.
Is it back?
Everybody.
The one that gets shot in the nut cup? He's like. The range.
Your FOMO.
You've never seen Super Troopers?
I've seen pieces
I've
parts.
had multiple people tell me.
It hasn't-
It was like back. With the
It
stash,
wasn't
when they get
well
shot in the
written
nut
enough for me to keep my eye on it. I do like movies like that.
Yeah.
I like, but that one was,
I like the original.
that one they tried too hard.
Well, I thought
You
the
should be able to figure out why it's funny. It should be obvious.
Oh, well, I mean,
That's like Dumb and Dumber. I don't even care for that movie.
I love that. I love the care movies.
I know why everything was funny. It didn't have to be explained. It's kind of like the new cartoons, you know. They explain why it's funny as I'm falling. But no, I've only seen pieces, parts of that. I've never watched it straight up. You want to watch a good spoof movie, watch Airplane. It's an older one. It's the original, funnier as hell.
Done. Mic drop.
Airplane, though, that's the funny one.
I just need to read
It's one of those where what's going on in the background is important what's going on in the foreground.
I mean, Shannon do all things.
Yeah.
And she did.
Oh, time to evacuate.
She goes,
Did you 100?
she will be.
Oh, it is,
I'm just gonna jump up to 100. I go, whoa, whoa,
Touch
whoa,
that
whoa,
chest, touch that, there you go. Touch that.
Big difference between and the 100.
What more muscles do you want? Short muscles.
And so I did the first set.
You want to be able to do this.
Just the 100. Yeah. And I go, now watch.
And
That
yeah.
is actually going to body.
Yeah.
Pow.
Yeah, pad
Pulse
that,
it.
what are you doing?
Hold on.
Well, this is not.
No, no, you don't want to.
Hit your guys like that, or you want to.
Yeah.
So
And then I grabbed it.
Literally works
You use the
everything.
That's an illustration to it, man.
He does
You'll never
he does
get-
never do
Get rid of those damn pads.
I think
145.
Don't arch your back so that the rest is only 3 inches.
So,
I see people
they
do
have
that.
changed, they have changed.
Yeah.
Oh, that you have to change rules
145 pounds sitting in my
on the
lap.
flat back. Your elbows have to come past your
At
shoulders.
least 30 seconds.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people are complaining about it, now a lot of people won't affect.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people that arch it won't affect because
stand.
they weren't arching like
I
this,
tell
but,
you, there are 3 sets.
one video where you got the girl, and she's doing
I
135,
think with
That was
the
reasonable.
100-pound plate.
Yeah. Because their back is like this.
and she's like, and everybody's clapping, somebody's clapping for it. No press was made.
It's a 3-inch press.
You're just cheaters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you just body weight. Body weight.
But the ones that use it a lot,
It's all about getting your muscles used to something.
will really argue the point. Yeah, always go cheat. Remove the 3 inches.
Yeah. I can't grow into the.
I think that's why they like when I compete. By my second lift, they're not even checking if my left foot or not.
Yeah.
Because I'm such a flat bencher. And I'll get a lot of good comments like that, like, holy crap, no arch, no belt, no wrist straps. Just, oh yeah. Now, if they use them, I don't care. You know, I don't worry about what I'm doing. Except when somebody's not doing proper. as you may have noticed.
Hey, that's how we learn.
Well, I felt that you would have no problem with some friendly, constructive criticism.
I'm a pastor, believe me. You gotta be able to
Turn the other cheek. I feel
my
blessed.
skin's
So.
Yeah.
They're pretty sure, yeah, pretty sure. He made a sermon on it, which really upset. And I don't know if I'm hammering out, but Bruce, I used to have Bishop Image and Joe Edwards come to have dinner with the parents once a month on Sundays, and the parents were missionaries. So he goes off on this rant about, somebody said that they carried him in the church. I'm thinking, good. A lot of people do that because churches were off limits, even to the dirtbags. And now they're, target of opportunity. And the wife had said, to start that. Get that low. She goes, I have to work. I said, I'm working on a conversation. Well, it was on Veterans Day, and then he did a blessing for all the military veterans and that, so I let him off. We were out at the school because he taught Marquette. He brought it up and I said, let me tell you something. I said, listen, you're a man of God and faith, and that's what I want to hear from you. I don't care much about the news. I don't care about the business. I want those. We'll have a discussion now, but not in the church. I come to church here where the Lord discusses. That's why I go to church. We're talking about fundraising, don't go to church. And yeah, I apologize. I do want 3 or 4 people here in church. And we're a target. I mean, and
very.
giving the wisdom of 3 or 4 of us to carry.
Yeah, we can walk. We can have wisdom. We're not going to be full
But
of
the
it.
Lord goes, yeah, I gave the opportunity. You have the ability to do this.
People are always looking for something. The doors of the church. Yeah, we lock jury doors. Of course we do. Well, I trust God. I don't trust you. I don't know you.
God is not coming and stealing anything.
Yeah. I said, no, I have the right.
I was training this lady. She's 40 now. I'm an atheist. Okay. I said, well, I'm Catholic. And we discussed it. And we worked it out. We got along fairly well on that. But she goes, well, I've been times. I said, well, that's been happening since the beginning of the time. And I said, there's a reason for that. That says, some people see it as an end, some people see it as the beginning of a journey. I choose to believe it's the beginning of a journey. I just had too many things that I cannot explain.
Yeah.
There's another well.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever name you want to put on it, And I just feel like there's more out there. So we determine reality by the 5 senses we have. That's all we have, 5 senses. Yeah. There's stuff going on that we can't really see it or hear it, but I'll feel it. And I said, so that's my faith. So one time she used the word, oh my God. So I thought, same, is it? Why'd you use it?
Why did you use it?
And I slowly have more and more discussions about it. She's a firefighter, she's a fantastic person. But
Yeah.
I said, you're a very good person. Why? Why do you have you around? You don't feel that there's God, there's consequences for your action. Why do you choose to be a good person? She just wanted to say it's what it should be. I agree.
Came from somewhere other than.
It came from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Because, if you let children go unsupervised, chaos will result.
The avoidance of consequences.
Time for me to go too, folks. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. We got to close up here. And hit the thumbs up and everything else. I'll be posting the lift videos later. And I will put a survey out there to see how you guys think about the live streams. Be honest, I want to see if I need to make some changes in that. I'm more than happy to do so. I can take criticism. And everybody have a wonderful week.